If you're in the info space, whether you're selling a course, you're a coach, agencies, this is the exact video that you need. By watching this video, you're going to learn how to build that authority and trust without having that huge following. At first, I thought that was a lie, so I posted educational content every single day for a year and got no results. And later I found out it was a sequencing problem. And I found that out once I made the changes that I needed to. And I'm going to give you all those answers because I don't want you to waste a whole year of your time like I did. My name is Junior and I've scaled my business to 6K a month and I've gotten results like this and like this. The first thing you need to understand is that you don't need a following or results to grow your business. All you need is clear positioning. The first thing you need to do is attract your dream follower. That's people who are in your market, meaning the people who can afford your stuff and people who can't afford anything. But if you give them enough actionable info, they can grow and eventually pay you. So once you reach that dream follower collection of the total addressable market, then you can start finding your ICP in there. And that's what's called the MOF conversion engine in the most simplest way. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can do that. By reaching your dream followers, you have to answer these questions. Who are they? What's the dream outcome? Why do they need you? What false beliefs are they operating under? What identity are they trying to become? What are they afraid to admit publicly? The reason why reaching your dream follower is helping you build authority is because of the content that you're posting. It's top of funnel content, so you're sharing your values and beliefs and experiences. All of that builds trust. It's all connected to the roots of your dream follower, making them feel understood. You rather share the same values and beliefs as they do, or you have the same lifestyle that they want. And in this case, because you do have a low following, you're gonna share the same values and beliefs as they do, which gives you an advantage. You can see through their window. And the truth is, the beginning problems that people have in business are the same as they grow up. It's just the scale that changes. Of course, you're not gonna have the same problem without having setters or things like that, because you can manage all of that yourself. But when it comes to life, you can have the same exact problem. Everybody's confused when they're at a new stage. The old method of doing this was only sharing educational content, which does not work anymore because everybody does that or already did that. You can copy the exact same script as somebody else that does that because info doesn't change. Only the experiences, the beliefs that you have, no one can copy that. Only people can relate to it. And don't get me wrong, educational content is not bad at all. It's the content that actually converts people. You just have to learn how to position it and learn when to use it. The way you're not gonna do it is just by talking to the screen like this and giving them an easy tip or trick. The value has to be actionable so that it gives them results right away. And you have to be talking to somebody because they're gonna look at your page and they're not gonna listen to you right away because you have nothing to prove. So why would they just listen to you? The way you're gonna do this is by using the podcast method, meaning you're gonna act like you're talking to somebody else. This content comes off as much more authoritative because it looks like you're talking to somebody else, making them believe that you're helping somebody in real life already. Make it a genuine conversation. Make it real. Are you really talking to somebody? No, not at all. But you're talking to that person behind the screen, letting them see what you're doing and giving them real value that's going to help them. For example, this is what it will look. Let's say I have my computer right here, right? I have my computer here. Let's say I'm on a call. Let's say we answer the question, I don't know, you need help with content, right? You're answering that question. They're not asking you, you're just answering it. If you need help with content, this is the first thing you have to work on. You have to work on your hooks you get what I'm saying? You're not talking to the camera like this. You're talking over here to a computer. Make sure they can see the computer, of course. Or if you can even get another person, that'll be even greater. You can give tips and tricks to a person right in front of you. You're talking to them and the camera's like a third person. That's perfect. The most important thing is that you make it look like a real conversation because people can tell if you're faking it. Don't just script it fully. And if you have more experience with content, make it sound raw and authentic. Make it feel like we're getting some inside info on your calls. All of the value you're going to be providing is everything that's inside your offer. You know the bottlenecks because you found your dream follower. So just answer all of those questions that are in the identity of your dream follower. Then you'll attract them like a garden and a butterfly. Now the trick is not to abuse this because people can catch on. And valid content doesn't attract new people. It only attracts the people that you already have. That's why it's always important to keep attracting your dream follower, meaning using top of funnel content, sharing your values and beliefs, and using short form content to pique curiosity. The reason for attracting your dream follower, I said it before, you have to attract the total addressable market. Sure, you're not going to get all qualified people, but you are going to eventually get them. And this is the exact same strategy that these creators use. So that's more proof that this strategy works. If you take a look at their content, all they're doing is piquing curiosity on their short form content, leading everybody to their YouTube, which is where they eventually convert people. They do post value here and there, but it's not their main engine. I'm gonna repeat it so it's in your head. It's sharing their values and beliefs and their experiences because they can't be copied. They make you tell yourself, I wanna know more about this guy. What else does this guy do? Does he have a YouTube? Can I check out more longer form content. So that's why they create things like vlogs and then VSLs, of course. Vlogs is to warm up, to build that trust and show that you're authentic, to show that you're a person. Human connection is the most important thing in business. People buy from people they like and can relate to. Now, should that be the main focus inside of your YouTube content? Not fully. It should be VSLs because you're already doing top of funnel content inside of your short form reels. The people that tell you educational content still works have an audience already. So no matter what, that content is going to work because they reached their ICP and their dream follower. And if you realize the content that you see blowing up now is because of the content they're posting. We're making a whole entire shift in this market. You're not buying from educational creators, you're buying from creators themselves. I mean, really think about it. TJR, he's funny, motivational, inspiring. Brett Scales, inspiring, funny, and relatable. Daniel Dalen, real and authentic. None of those creators that I mentioned are blasting educational content. Of course, maybe on their YouTube, yes. But even then, they're building trust with you because they want to show you that your goals are real and they're real themselves. They were just in the shoes that you were, and they're telling you that you can reach it as well. You were, and they're telling you that you can reach it as well. And you can, but they're proving it to you. It's happening right in front of you. A shift that we're now all creating of authenticity, being real, truthful, transparent, instead of content that only converts, only manipulating people, trying to get a yes out of everybody. You can't be afraid to share your values and beliefs. There's people out there that are going to relate to you, or even being afraid of sharing your own stage. Sure, you won't get clients now because you're not doing good, but once you're at the stage where you always wanted to be, when you've reached your goals, clients are going to be flowing out of every corner because you were in the same situation as them, because you recorded it and you put it out there. I want you to first understand what authority means. It's being seen as the most relevant guide to a specific problem. Followers don't create authority, relevance does. And most coaches don't have a content problem. They have an authority gap and a sequence problem. You try to sell before belief and trust even exists. This is where the MOF conversion engine comes in. It's simple. Attracting followers to build belief plus trust, then convert with proof. And here are the 3 stages you have to know to follow that. Attraction, authority, and conversion. And beginners only do authority content, and that's why they don't grow. First, starting with attraction. It's sharing your values and beliefs, and it's your identity. It's who you are. Authority. That's the framework and breakdowns. Proof, objection handling, and CTAs. Here's some examples so I can put it in your head a little deeper. For attraction or beliefs, posting daily doesn't fix trust. And then for authority, here are 3 trust signals that you're missing on your content. And then conversions. Here's the checklist. Comment key and I'll send it right over. And let's say you don't have any results yet. Your goal is to get 3 beta wins and make sure that you document them. What does that mean? That means to get free clients, basically, and testimonials, so that you can take those out and people can see that what you do works. I want you to own one problem and share it in your content, but know that that problem you can overcome, and you will overcome, so that later on you're able to show people where you were and where you're at now. And you might be saying, what if it's too saturated, my market, everybody, no one's gonna see me. That's all it is. No one's gonna see you because of how much demand there is. They just have blurry vision. They don't know who you are yet. That's why you're going to pursue content and go hard on it. That's the biggest leverage that you have in your business. We're all on the same playing field. All you have to do is work harder than the person next to you. And if you only post educational content, you're gonna be just a smart stranger that people will never remember. Here's a simple plan that I want you to walk away with so that you can get the results that you've been looking for. You're gonna start with 3 to 5 posts sharing your values and beliefs a week, 1 framework breakdown a week, meaning on your YouTube, 1 proof post a week, even micro proof that what you do is working, whether that's getting a beta win or on your page, like your Instagram, getting good views, things like that. And then lastly, speak to your dream follower with every video that you are making. Now, if you fulfill that in a month, please let me know. You can DM me and I'll have a surprise for you. Other than that, I'll be rooting for you from afar, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.